Well, here we go again. Here we have a Dell computer with same exact problem as Lenovo and as HP, as many others, where you have the metal cover and then plastic or some other stuff glued to the metal cover, and hinges are attached to this glued crap. Of course, it doesn't take long for this thing to break. Sometimes you drop a computer, other times it just comes off by itself. And this is the hinge that is okay, and this one has completely fell apart. Same thing that I'm gonna do to this computer as I have done to many others. We're gonna use normal screws, drill right through, and fix it with nuts. People don't mind nuts or screw heads, whatever can be done, because they just want their computer working. In this case, I'm going to be using countersink screws. I don't know if that can be seen. And the countersink screws I have to use on the inside so that the head of the screw is completely flush with the metal of the hinge. So it goes through like that, and I'm going to attach a nut on the outside, and I'm going to polish it with well, cut it off first to the size and then polish it with a wheel. I cannot go put a nice screw from the outside and have a nut on the inside, because the tolerances where the screen meets this hinge top, there is no space. Original equipment was these big screws with very large tops, and they're extremely flat, so we don't really have a luxury of space here, but we have a luxury of knowledge. And we're okay, don't want to lose my nuts. I'm gonna use a caliper, and we're gonna measure the size of the screw, and it's 2.13. So we need a drill bit that is slightly smaller. This is going to be 1.95. This should work fine. This will allow me to put a screw, a little bit of a thread into the cover, metal cover, and that should give us more traction. All right, I'm going to use a super glue to attach this piece of plastic. The super glue is in there only so that when I drill it, it stays in one place. And I'm gonna have to fix it. Let's see, let's just use this pan and our, I don't know what these things are called, but it's just gonna keep our super glue in place until we drill holes. While that one is in process of getting glued on, we are, oh, I hate these magnets. They snitch my tools and then I can't find them. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, whatever. That's the other drill bit. I'm going to remove this hinge. And since this one is not damaged, we can start drilling here. Dremel. Dremel tool is a savior. By the way, those that don't know, you can get a chuck for Dremel tool that will hold any of your tools. Let's get our garbage in place. There is quite a bit of metal. The cover is fairly thick. So another way to do it, and I thought of trying, would be to use rivets, but I don't trust rivets the same way I don't trust glue, because over time rivets, if not properly attached, and you wouldn't be able to attach them properly in this situation, they will not hold. They will start wiggling, and there'll be problems. Okay, we've got our first. So this side I'm only gonna do 2 holes because the third one is okay, and the third one is the one that keeps LCD in place. Okay, let's see if we can go through this. Yep, this feels perfect. In fact, you can just cut off the screw and flush it out, but you can't trust it. This is not a repair that I could trust for a long time. Let's get a second one. I'll zoom in on the work that I'm doing. And you can see that this one is all cracked up, and it's just the super glue that's holding it in place. I do like to fit the hinge in place to make sure that it's holding in proper location. I've attached once, and the hinge was off a little bit and was hitting, so I always now super glue. All right, let's continue on with our presentation. Just gonna put the screen in place, and let's put our second screw where it's supposed to go. And let's drill this side. And here I'm gonna do 3 holes. The super glue didn't hold much. The super glue is gonna hold all my shavings in place, and I didn't like that. All right. I hope that Okay, it's still okay. Yep, the screw holes are properly drilled. There we go. So now we have our holes. I'm gonna clean up the other side just by using a big bit so it doesn't have any shavings on it. And we're gonna put our screws in. What I should do is get myself a little wrench to tighten these nuts, because I'm just tightening them with pliers. But it would be nice to have a proper tool for it. However, I haven't found it anywhere. By the way, taking apart this screen was not hard at all. There are pull tabs, magic pull tabs, and just carefully pull them out, and the LCD separates from the backside, so it's nicely done. The only problem is finding these pull tabs to put them back in. However, I just use double-sided tape. Not the best solution, but it works. Okay. I'm curious if the pull tabs can be reused. They are sticky. Let's see if I could just lay them in place and just reuse them. It's a little bit longer than I was expecting. Oh, they stick well. Huh, they can be reused. It's the first time that the pull tabs did not rip on me. And since they didn't rip, it's the first time that I'm attempting at reusing those. Let's see if this is going to be possible. I mean, the glue is sticky as it could be. Let's see if it will allow me to reuse the pull tabs. See, this one is missing the tab that broke off with the hinge. The other side is okay, and there's plenty of space to hold the LCD in place, or I should say plenty of screws to hold it in place. It's a good construction. Well done, Dell. My only beef is that how the plastic is glued to the metal, and I mean, ended up on my desk for repairs, so I don't mind it too much. But if I was buying it for myself, I would be disappointed. Yeah, this would need to be double-sided, sticky stuff. Okay, we'll need to peel this off again. I needed to see how it was gonna hold in place. Come on. Didn't want to be in there in the first place. Now you don't want to come out. Come on. Cannot argue here. All right. I know it can be held in place. I'm just going to put some double-sided tape there. But before I do that, I'd like to put my nuts here and shave off the tops of the screws, or bottoms, or whatever. Yeah, this is where a proper tool would be very useful. In fact, this whole computer is very well manufactured. Everything's holding in place the way it's supposed to. So if it wasn't for the back of the screws, it would be a really good machine. All right, we got one side done. We'll do the other side. Come on. Good. Move our hinges out of the way. Replace the blade with the wheel. And let's go cutting. Easy peasy. The only thing is, now my table is full of shavings. I hate that. But that's an easy thing to fix. All right, let's clean out our table. I'll go get a double-sided tape. I will show you up close the work. Okay. Okay. Now the hinges operate properly. Let's get a tape. So I got this cool tape that I use for fixing iMacs, and instead of getting the specific tape thingy for each iMac, I just get this unified type tape, and just use that. So this should be good enough to hold our piece in place. I don't know if it's tall enough. Let's see. I can bend it a little bit. Strange, there's plenty of grip on here. Why is it not gripping? I'll stick double the height just in case. All right, let's get this in place. Okay, that's what we have. It does look pretty. And here is our main unit. We are going to put it in like so. And attach our display unit just like so. All right, so 2 screws there. Screws here. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. Oh, the wrong spot. The little plastic piece does not want to sit in its place where it's supposed to go. I'm just gonna put a piece of tape here, some black tape, and that'll hold it in place. This hinge was pretty badly damaged. That's why I'm using 3 screws on here, because the place that holds LCD in place got damaged too. Okay, here we go. That's good. Let's see. Okay, that works. Now we can close it and put the cover back on. So this is Dell. Let's see, I don't know. P1470. Inspiron P1470. Alright, I'll put it on. Thanks for watching. That's how the hinges are fixed in my shop.